Hello there. Today we're going to be playing It Lurks Below, and this is the brainchild of David Brevik, who's a titan in the RPG field. He's basically the guy who did Diablo and Diablo 2 back when Blizzard North was still in operation, or Condor, if you go way back. So this is from his independent company, Greybeard Games. And so I'm just going to dive right in. So instead of doing like a formal review, I figured it'd be better to just do a just kind of a little play test, just because it's early access and there's a lot of things still to do. Alright, so I'm actually going to go to this character in a minute, just because I wanted to show kind of just the very starting, but then kind of a little more advanced stuff. So let's make a character. I'm just going to keep randomizing here. Let's see. Oh, I passed the James Bond guy. Alright, let's go with Leia. Let's go with... Okay, so you can customize stuff. There are your standard classes. The Paladin, pretty standard, which is locked currently. Rogue, lurk deep in the shadows and surprise your enemies with vengeance. Warrior, swords and shields empower your way to destroy your enemies. It's also locked. Wizard, the elements are at your command to annihilate your enemies. The Bard, which is music and song stuff. I guess melt your enemies, so to speak. Cleric, just your standard priest. Enchanter, taps into enemy's mind to alter their reality. I have no idea what that means. Necromancer, can kind of anticipate this from a Diablo 2 developer. Play with life and death and create in creative and malicious ways. I've only seen one way from the Necromancer, which I will actually show because I have one. And that's it. So I assume that the Paladin and the Warrior are locked because he's still working on those, since this is early access. Oop, sorry, don't mean to bump the mic there. Still getting used to this giant mic in my face. Alright, so I say I'm going to go with the Rogue. Because I haven't yet. So, let's see. What's a good name for our Leia character? Just because... Well, no. I was going to do something, but... You know, I feel that might be a little inappropriate. Let's go with Donut Hair Girl. Not as funny as what I was going to do, but, you know, I have to keep PG for the kids. Alright, so we got a couple of different game modes. Standard, default version of the game, which is what we're going to do. Hardcore, which is pretty similar to what you would expect from a Diablo developer. Basically, you die, you die. Although it is unlocked, so we might end up actually doing that. Creative is just a nice way to say easy. All right, so I'm gonna go with standard. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of showcase some of the basics on this character. So you get these quests as you start, which is just basically kind of teaching you the game. Basically pick up shit and craft stuff. So they got sticks and stones. Break your bones, but carrots won't hurt you, you know. After a while you can hit P and you can craft stuff. So I actually have, get two little dagger things. That's kind of neato. That's what I expect from a rogue, but you never know what to expect. So that's easy. Quest complete. Things are never as easy, so we're going to depend on you to survive, gather some food, and eat it, which I've already done. Right click to... Oh. Should I want me to... Oh yeah, no you did. Hit E, you can create some seeds. So if you build a hoe, which I don't have yet, you can basically make stuff in the ground where you can basically plant them. I actually got rid of all of the carrots that I had, and I'm supposed to eat one for the quest. There's a carrot. Come here, carrot. Not gonna hurt you, carrot. Just gonna eat you. So that's one thing that you have in this game. So up here, you have your, basically your, not your stamina bar. I forget what they call it. Basically food. So it's got a little picture of the stomach, and then that will go down. You can eat food to replenish it. This is your stamina. If you hit Z, you can rest, and that will bring it back, but also time moves faster when you're in stamina, so if there's monsters running around, they'll run really fast. And then your health, and then of course like your little mana thing. So now I've got the hoe, and then it'll keep doing other stuff, so you can make more items. Eventually you craft armor and stuff like that. You can equip it here. Here's your gold crystal shards. All of your items are down here. Here's the EXP bar, and this is where your skills will go. This is just your stats, so your level, and all of your little stats, and then your trash, which is basically how you get rid of items, because you can't drop them. Okay. So, we're going to need to craft some tools. They want us to get a pickaxe, so I'm going to have to get more sticks. And now I need some tough grass. You know, not normal grass, not the grass, not pushover grass, not the grass you smoke. Tough grass. Like them tough guys. I don't see any grass. Tough grass, tough grass, tough grass. There's some tough grass. So you'll also notice that that music that's in the background, assuming I kept it, is from the Diablo 2 soundtrack, just in honor of David Brevik. Alright, so we have a simple pickaxe, and I can use that to pick at the ground, and you can basically see what's underneath. And you basically can go spelunking, which is very similar to Terraria if you're very familiar with that game. So I'm actually going to switch characters at this point, so I can show you a little more of the game as it is a little more advanced. So this is my little home. I actually haven't made a roof or anything yet, so invaders can get in here, but I have all of the forages and everything that you need. This is your homestone. You can basically teleport to it once you craft it. Right now there... Oh, I don't want to teleport. Oh well. There's just some things you just can't escape. Alright, so these are little mounds. You can plant stuff. You have to plant food so you can pick up more food and you can feed yourself. And then you can, of course, put stuff into it. You also have these invaders. So if I hit tab, you can see these invaders on the map. These little guys running around. These are areas that I have currently explored. Haha. So I'm going to show you some of these invaders really quick. Alright, so here's a guy. Now, since this guy's a necromancer, I actually have this little floaty skull that's following me around. So he's an ancient item, which basically means he's a skill, and he is right here. I can rank him up so that he becomes more damaging to the enemies. And then I also have a Grim Scythe skill, which basically does like a AoE kind of thing to everyone in the area. And then, of course, you can craft torches because it is dark down below. And if you're going to go spelunking, you better have a couple of torches. Interesting thing about the torches, there's actually quite a bit of range, so you can put them, you know, you don't have to actually physically be in the area to put a torch down. So you can kind of see what's ahead by, see, you know, putting them down. So you guys are going to die a swift death. So I do poison damage as the necromancer. I already activated this, but there's also these shrines down here. Very also similar to the Diablo series. And yeah, so basically you just explore. It's very similar to Terraria. There is no multiplayer at the moment. He has expressed interest in Q&As on doing multiplayer, but unfortunately that adds a lot to the development time and would effectively double his development time by his own estimations. And so it is on the back burner right now, which is unfortunate because this game is very similar to Terraria, and Terraria basically has multiplayer. Anyways, as you go further down, you can mine better and better stuff. So if I take my pickaxe, I'll put it here. You can basically mine this crap. This should be iron ore. And then you can use that over here to craft items. So here I actually have, since I found mithril, I can craft some mithril stuff. I just have copper stuff equipped right now. And of course some iron, because I haven't crafted a copper chest plate yet. You also got your coffee, you know, because who can live without coffee? You can basically use it like a potion, and it'll restore your stamina, you know, if you can't really sleep based on where you're going. Alright, so I'm gonna place some torches down here. Just gonna kind of move around, and I may as well get this shrine. You will need your pickaxe when you're spelunking, because you can easily get trapped somewhere, or you need to make yourself a hole in the wall, so to speak. It's actually got a pretty decent range. See, I can grab that up there. I will say this game is much better with the Diablo music. Two biggest gripes I have with the game is the first, that there's no multiplayer yet, which I've already mentioned, but second, they only have one soundtrack, and it just plays on loop, so you want to listen to music while you play this game if you're going to play. Operate the shrine by pressing E. I feel empowered. Also use a scroll of blessing. Very similar also to Diablo. It's basically like Diablo mixed with Terraria, and no multiplayer. Alright, so I got the map down here now, just so it doesn't obstruct everything that we're trying to see. There was a lot of monsters down here, so I'm actually going to go down there. Also going to save it, because last time I did this, I got my ass handed to me. So, overall, first impressions. Decent. It's quite fun. It's $20. Might be a bit pricey given the state of the game as it is right now. I'm a huge... I'm really against early access stuff, because it's just like, here, give us money for this game we haven't finished. And I'm really against the people, you know, paying for early access and stuff just because it rewards developers for giving you crappy products. I read something recently that only 25% of early access stuff actually makes it to the final product, which is insane. But in terms of indie developers like David Brevik, since he's doing the entire game by himself, early access does allow him to have some funds to, you know, work on the game or focus on multiplayer, and it's actually quite polished as it stands right now for a single player game. So that's very nice. If I had to give it a rating out of 5, considering it's an early access, I would probably give it a 4. Very solid game. A couple of areas for improvement. But if you're a fan of Diablo and you do actually like this whole spelunking Terraria kind of deal, I think you'll enjoy it. There's enough enough entertainment here to give you your value for your money. I don't think I can get over there. You think I can get over there? I guess what I could do is put some of these ladders here. I kind of want some of this mithril. Oh! I don't think I crafted enough. Oh, no, no! Son of a bitch. It did not want to do that. Alright, so I got some platforms to play with. Should probably eat some carrots. Okay, that happened really fast because I hit Z. So, Jesus, this is a scary track. I'm gonna actually change this. Spiders from the Diablo soundtrack. Pretty haunting. Alright. So, I know this is really boring, and just watching me mine this stuff, and I do sincerely apologize, but I really need mithril. So yeah, what else can I do? Wow, that gave me a lot. Yeah, I think it's probably, I think $20 is a bit steep, but he is one manning this entire game, so if you think you'll really enjoy it based on what you see here, I'd say it's worth your money. Not enough inventory space. Well, we can't have that because that's a potion. So yeah, you can't drop stuff. You have to actually delete it. Alright, so now, since I didn't want to spend too much time kind of showcasing this game, because kind of get the gist of it, I do want to show some actual interesting fighting. Okay, so I died here a lot. You can tell because there originally was platforms here, but they kept destroying them. These guys will actually separate. Ho! To these little guys. I gotta kill them quickly. So the Necromancer, I think I do have lifesteal from this skill. It's very weak. Actually use that potion. Treasure chest appears. That's interesting. Oh, and we also have a book. Not enough inventory space. Oh. Alright, so we got some new skills here. Life Force. Every time you kill, you have a 25% chance of healing 5% of your hit points. That's nifty. First one's about to become a lich for 15 seconds and gain many abilities. Alright, so we can activate this with G. So I've activated it and his eyes glow red and he looks undead. So I don't know what the abilities are that I've gained. I also don't know where this alleged chest is. So that's what's also nifty about the range on the torches, is you can kind of see areas where you wouldn't normally be able to see. So I can kind of use it to guide me here. Alright, let's keep going. This game is called It Lurks Below, so we should, you know, see what's lurking below. Alright, let's see. I have no... Runestone! Alright, I don't want to have to... Alright, so did you see that little thing that came around on the edges? That means that I need to rest. So it'll change colors depending on which of these are low. I don't know if it does it for the, I think this is mana. Alright. That took longer than expected. Alright, I'm just gonna keep lighting the way with these torches. Oh, man, see, this is what I'm talking about. If you don't have platforms or pickaxe, you can't get out of there. Or, in this case, you can go further down. actually, before I do that... Alright. I think we can handle this. So anyways, that's the game thus far. I will probably do a more formal review video when it's actually released, or maybe just closer to the release. Oh, I'm dead. And one last thing, when you die, you lose some of your stuff. And now I have to go all the way back down. I don't think I can move this map. Nope. Can't move the map. Well, as I go to try and reclaim my body, thank you for watching. This is Lurks Below by David Brevik and his new company, Greybeard Games. I would definitely give it a try and pick it up if it looks like something that would interest you, or if you're a fan of the previous Diablo series. And I'm going to die many times over. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that this is actually 3D. Neato. It takes very little to impress me.